your vehicle can able to charge is a type 1 or type 2. The maximum power capability delivering of type 1 charge is limited to only 7.4 kilowatt, whereas a type 2 charger is a three-phase charger. It will be taking only single phase. Mostly it will be used for charging your two-wheeler. We can say it will be charging for two-wheeler. Whereas a type 2 plug, it will be a three-phase plug. It will be taking the three-phase supply from the grid, and it used to charge your, mostly it will be used for your two-wheeler and three-wheeler, and lesser extent it will be used for charging your four-wheeler also. At present, highest power charging rate, it can able to give the power up to 22 kilowatt, where public charging station have up to 43 kilowatt. That means it is again categorized in two types. If you want to use this charger for domestic residential thing, it can having the capability to charge up to 22 kilowatt. If you want to use the same charger in the thing, then charging capability will be having up to 43 kilowatt. Again, depends upon the charging power capability of a grid and the car. Again, it will be this power will vary. We can say two different variant. One is 22 kilowatt and 43 kilowatt. Coming to the fast charging, we can say the DC charging. It is one of the Japanese word defined by the Japanese people. The cha is nothing but charge. As per the definition, charge. Cha stand for charge. D stand for two, and MO stand for move. That means charge is going to move from your grid to the battery for charging the vehicle. So that is the reason they coined this word. They made the one kind of word called a cha de mo. That is one of the fast charging developed in Japan and allows for high charging capability, and it is called bidirectional charging. What is meaning of bidirectional charging? Means it can able to take the energy from the just a minute. Sorry, I was in class, sir. I'll call you, sir. Sorry for interruption. Actually, here we can see bidirectional charging nothing but it will be taking the supply from the grid, and the grid supply will be converted into DC, and it will be given to the battery. That is called unit. It is called one direction. In reverse option also, sometimes the energy from the battery will be given to the grid. That is called as one more direction. Both the way it will support. That is the reason it is called as bidirectional charging. Currently, Asian car manufacturers are mostly incorporating this kind of protocol, and they've been ensuring this plug is provided in the charging station, and they've been encouraging to go for this kind of socket in the car manufacturer also. And we can see that the power handling capacity of this DC charging of CHAdeMO is having the power capability up to 100 kilowatt. And whereas second is nothing but CCS. CCS stands for combined charging system. This is a plug is enhanced version of type 2 plug with additional 2 power content for purpose of your quick charging. It supports what is the specialty means combined is nothing but it can also support AC and DC charging. Now I think this CCS charging protocol is not used in our Indian market. It allows charging at a speed of up to 350 kilowatt. Okay, for better understanding, I given one small graphical picture of small picture. It will make you to understand that types of charging and the level of charging station. We can see that, just a minute. We can see that the level 1 and level 2 charging station will be stand for AC charging, and level 3 charging station has been stand for your DC charging. What I said is nothing but vehicle will be there. Here, what happening here will be having one onboard charger. It will be taking the grid supply, and the grid supply will be having the AC. It will be give EVAC is nothing but your charger, electrical vehicle supply equipment. It is going to give the supply, and the onboard charger will convert AC to DC, and this will be given to the battery. What I said in previous thing. Whereas in case of EV, in case of DC charging, what we seen in CCS as well as CHAdeMO, we can see that grid supply will be connected, taken from the AC. It will be given to the EV charger, and the EV charger will be converting the AC energy into DC. The DC energy will be given to the your battery pack. So thereby what will happening is the fast charging is possible in case of level 3 charging station. All the in case of if you're buying the any kind of four-wheeler nowadays, they're giving the AC charger with us. If you're purchasing the Tata Tigger, they'll be giving AC charger that can be plugged with your residential socket of 15 amps. Then we can able to charge your vehicle. It will take almost 8 hours for charging. It is called as AC charging. Whereas if you want to have the fast charging, then we have to go for public charging station, where you have to go for a DC charging system, where you have to charge it by using the DC charging, where the charging time will be greatly reduced to 3 to 4 hours. Coming to the here, I'm whatever I say in theoretical, just I'm going to make you to understand that in table of form. Level 1 charger is basically having the current output up to 1 to 12 to 16 amps, and power rating is given. The typical charging time is nothing but 8 to 10 hours, depending upon the model for home charging, and it is depends upon the 2 to 5 miles per range per hour for charging. Whereas in case of level 2 charging, will be having the power rating 3.1 kilowatt to 19.2 kilowatt, and nothing but it can able to give more mileage or more distance coverage. And it is all level 1 level 2 charges going for AC charger, whereas the DC charging is having the fast charging. It will be connected to 440 volt AC supply, and it can able to deliver current up to 500 amps, and it can able to give the power rating up to 350 kilowatt, and the charging time will be 1 hour to 1 hour, we can say. And nowadays, next generation, the ST fast charger called as SFC chargers are in still in R&D stage. It can give more power, more than 350 kilowatt, where it can able to cover more distance. As of now, right now, next if you're going for Tata vehicle, Tata is having two different variant of your electric vehicle. One is called Tigor, as well as Nexon. In Tigor, we are getting up to one charge. We can able to get almost 180 kilometer. Whereas a Tata Nexon on EV variant, it is going to give 300 kilometer. It has been designed by, it is running in the market also. Coming to the complete EV charging solution. These are the practical things which has been done. So for a better understanding, we made as this thing. We can say it is a 33 kV supply line. We are converted 33 kV into level kV. Level kV again it is converted into 440. You will be having a remote monitoring unit where the sensors will be there. It will be monitoring these are the things will be monitored in this place. We can say client monitoring system, and we'll be having the feeder panel. We will be having a PCC panel or power control system, and you will be having the EV charger, and EV charger will be having the fast charger, and will be slow charger will be there. And it is here I shown the small protocol followed by the Delta. We can say that application programming interface, and it is a some of set of rules and protocol has been given. Here the central processing person will be monitoring this protocol and data exchange, and it will be stored in the cloud. And this CMS central management service will be monitoring the individual user of usage of the system of battery, and try to give the customer support when they're having any kind of difficulty in charging the vehicle. Now this complete package has been well established by the Delta. I think Delta is going well ahead in compared to other manufacturer in India. Coming to our policies, we can say that National Electrical Mobility Policy, National Electric Mobility Mission Plan, it has been made some complete revision has been made. The basic motto of this policy is to ensure that promoting the hybrid electric vehicles in the country. That is a major mission or major policy of this policy. And it has been divided. It is coming under the Minister of Heavy Industries. We can say Heavy and Industrial Growth Minister. And there is an ambition target given in this policy to achieve 6 to 7 million sale of hybrid electric vehicle year on from 2020 onwards. That means government is very serious on promoting the electric vehicle. Even government is giving subsidy incentives on purchasing the electric vehicle for directly to the consumer. And second thing is, like there is only Ather as well as a four-wheeler Tata Tigger has given almost 1 lakh subsidies directly given to the customer. And waiving of registration fees, everything has been waived off when you are purchasing electric vehicle. Government also giving the incentives buyers for directly to the buyers while they're purchasing electrical vehicles, so that they will be promoting, they've been giving some kind of reduction or some kind of discount on the basic price. Means the people will be towards inclining towards the your electrical vehicle. So for any doubt in this thing, are you able to follow me, sir? Please.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Still, how long I can take the session? Still time is there for me?
Sir, up to 11:45, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Then I can go, because based on this I can plan it. No issue,
Okay.
please.
Okay.
Coming to the EV charging segmentation, very important thing. What I was shown as a small plug type for you. It is called combined charging station. We can see that is the very important thing. You should match your plug. It will you should match your charging board in the vehicle. It is plug for CCS. It is a plug for charge demo. It is a plus for GPT. It is a different thing. Nowadays government is focusing on GPT protocol for domestic market. It is mostly used through for our domestic thing. Even they have been given, government is given guidelines for Indian manufacturer to go for this protocol. We can say AC charging will be available for AC charging will be having the operating voltage of 230 volt AC, and the power is almost maximum 7.5 kilowatt. It will be mostly used for residential purpose only. Whereas the DC charging, these are the DC charging. These both are DC charging. This also DC charging, and it can also support for AC charging. It can able to deliver output of 120 volt DC, and the power is nothing but 15 kilowatt. It will be mostly will be available in the workplace and public place. And DC fast charging is nothing but it can able to deliver almost 1 kV DC, and it can be having the power capability minimum 25 kilowatt to up to 350 kilowatt is available in the market. Generally, this charger is not advisable to be installed in your residential thing. It should be always present in the public, like what we are seeing in petrol bank. Like that only we have to have in common place, primarily in intercity will be available in this kind of charger. And socket also it will be like this, will be like that. We can see. I'll try to show our charging test which has been installed our NSSG campus also. I kept small video. You may if you're seeing the thing, you may get idea about the charging station, please. Whenever you're using, definitely standards also will come into the picture. I am requesting kindly make note of the standards. These are very, very important. And what are the standards applicable for AC charger? What are the standards applicable for DC charger? When you are buying any kind of charger, you should ensure that this IEC standard should be compiled by this manufacturer. IEC 62196, IEC part number 1, part number 2, as well as IEC 60309. This is the residential charger. This will be, we can see in public charger. We can see ChargeDemo GPT 2034.3, as well as ChargeDemo, as well as CCS combo. These are the standards they should able to ensure when you are buying this charger, and manufacturer should give the combined certification for this charger. When coming to the, just a minute. Regarding diesel maintenance வர சொன்ன வந்தாங்க. டீசல் மெயின்டெனன்ஸ் ஏஎம்சி வர சொன்னல வந்தாங்க. ஆமா, மெயின்டெனன்ஸ். Sorry. The EV charging standards we can see globally, each and every country is having one kind of, they're following some kind of protocol. If you're going for India, we are going for Bharat charger, we can say GP/T. If you're going for American, they'll be following GP/T, and say Japanese they're following ChargeDemo protocol. Some other countries we can go for CCS. If you're going for other countries, they're going for CCS. Each and every country throughout the globe, they're having different type of protocol.